cannot start. Oh, look. It's screwed up because the video cut out. There.
The nice thing about being up here is my girls can't ask me for money in 30 seconds.
Right.
Back for the bottom of the first inning. For those of you on CSR, we
Ashton
sorry
Easley
about
on the mound
the
for
we are sorry
Marcus,
about the
and leading off for your
technical issue
Wildcats,
that you did not see
center
the
fielder,
top
number
of the first
7,
inning.
Connor Harris.
Marauders were able to put 3 runs across. Venter, Bernstein, and Ashton Easley all scored. Plank grounded out 4-3 to end the inning, and we are in the bottom of the first inning. It'll be the opposing winning pitcher from last night, Connor Harris, who takes a called strike from Ashton Easley. So Marauders up 3-0. As we're in the bottom of the first inning, Geyer, the home team tonight. Curveball misses down low, evens the count at 1-1. Here's the pitch from Easley, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the center fielder tonight, or this afternoon, Connor Harris. Easley continues to deal very quickly on the mound, but misses outside with a curveball, runs the count even at 2-2. Fastball, strikeout number 1 for Ashton Easley. That'll bring up Willie O'Brien.
The batter is the second baseman, number 2, Willie O'Brien.
Don't know if he has a nickname or not, but I thought the nickname Conan worked out pretty good last night. O'Brien will step in from the right side. Easley already with 1 strikeout. Fastball right down the pipe. You can become a very tough pitcher when all you do is throw strikes because you force the batter to have to swing, which the high fastball there is chased by O'Brien and missed. Easley, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Just continues to throw straight fastballs.
Now batting for your Wildcats, right fielder, number 10, Brandon Cross.
Former Marcus Marauder, Brandon Cross will step in for the Geyer Wildcats, where he has spent his senior season. .394 on the season for Geyer. Curveball down low. I know Brandon Cross was excited last night after the Geyer victory, being able to put it on his old teammates. Easley overthrows down in the dirt. 2-0. Today's another day, though, and the Marauders have come to play, already plating 3 runs in the top of the first. Easley deals. Inside, missed with the fastball. 3 balls and no strikes on Brandon Cross. This is a fastball for a called strike. 3-1 now, the count on the Wildcat right fielder. Fouled off at the plate off of Cross's left leg. Will run the count full at 3-2. If Cross is able to reach for the Wildcats, it'll be James Ferris, the first baseman. Geyer in their white pants, kind of old Astro-looking jerseys. Here's a little blooper up the middle, and it's a base hit. Cross takes it into center field.
That's a single for Brandon Cross.
Cross has the first hit of the game for Geyer Wildcats.
2 outs, and the batter is the first baseman, number 23, James Ferris.
James Ferris, the first baseman, will step in. Cross with decent speed at first. Easley will work from the stretch for the first time. Here's the pitch. Rare's back, misses just low with a fastball. Cross with a little blooper out of the reach of Glowinky at short. Michael Wheeler able to chase it down before it got to the outfield, but a base hit for the right fielder from Geyer. There's a ball fouled off. Right-hand side, leaving the count at 1-1. Ferris. Good-looking athletic body. Here's the pitch. Curveball. This one's fouled back off. And now ahead in the count is Ashton Easley on the 4-hole hitter Ferris. I've been told that if he gets into one, there's some people standing out in left field. When I say left field, they're probably 70 yards beyond the outfield fence, but with the wind blowing out the way it is, you can see it out there. It pulls his left foot out, fouls this one off. It's staying in play, and it's going to work its way just out of play, out of the reach of Patrick Kometz, the Marauder first baseman. You got to watch those until they get to the ground because the wind is blowing everything back into the field of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ferris, 2 outs. Runner on first is Brandon Cross, reached on a single. Easley to the plate, out, down in the dirt. Cross. Oh, they call him out in second. He slid past the bag, and he's rung up there by the second base umpire. Says he came off the bag. So Bernstein gets the throw out at second. That'll go down 2-6. Whoops. Put that in the right spot. So 2-6. So back to Ferris when we return for inning number 2 at the bottom of the order. But as we head to the top of the second, it'll be Kometz, Dignam, and Wheeler when we come back on CSR TV. Umpires that are listed correct for today?
I'm not sure. Top of the second inning and leading off.
Top of the second
Marcus.
inning, it'll be
First baseman
Patrick
number
Kometz
28,
as the
Kometz.
Marauders lead at 3-0 as we enter the top of 2. Alongside Evan Nimick, Doug Branch from the ballpark at Plano West. Curveball misses just outside, out of the hands of Chance Jones. Kometz absolutely covers the plate as his toe is on the white line of the batter's box. Here's the pitch from Jones. Misses outside again. 2 balls and no strikes on the Marauder first baseman. Struggled last night against the left-hander Harridge. Hopefully he can right the ship tonight. Outside from Jones, who works away from Kometz, who's covering the plate up. Jones has got to put one on the inside corner and try and get this plate back in his favor. If the Marauders win, Game 3 will happen right after this, barring weather. Here's the pitch. Got the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike now on Kometz. Lead off here in the top of the second inning for the Marauders. Chance Jones on the bump for Geyer. Here's the pitch. Outside, issues a walk to the big first baseman, Patrick Kometz. That's the second walk
for
issue.
Kometz.
Both of them have been the
Brings up
leadoff
the left fielder,
hitters
number
in the
5,
inning.
Jack Dignam.
Jack Dignam now. Dignam, the left-hander, will step in. No outs, and Kometz down at first. And the Marauders staked to a 3-0 lead. The catcher, Cullum, will head out and talk to his pitcher. The winner of this series will take on Kendall Clark's Coppell Cowboys. Coach Clark in the audience here today, scouting these teams. Dignam will square to bunt real early. Jones to the plate. Dignam pulls the bat back and swings. Got his head going towards right field, misses the ball. No balls and a strike on the Marauder left fielder. Back in from the left side. Jones with a pitch. Curveball, foul off down the line. And Dignam's in an 0-2 count. One of the things that was huge last night for the Denton Guyer Wildcats was 2 out runs. They had 3 of them out of their 4 runs scored. That was the difference in the game. The Marauders not able to convert. Not only not convert, but lost runners on the field. Pickoff and a overslide. Curveball inside, and what a nice pickup by Cullum to save a base. Moving to his right, was able to turn the glove over and very consistent, generous bounce off the turf right into his glove. Able to keep Kometz down at first. 2-1 count on Dignam. Down low, blocked again by Cullum. It's 180 feet where the bases he's saved for Denton Guyer. No outs. Kometz down at first. Dignam with an even count. 2-2 at the plate. The Marauders up by 3. Throw to first. Kometz able to dive back in. Shot up the middle, right through the box. Kometz will look to go to third. Will be held by Jeff Sherman. And a base hit and a nice at bat for Jack Dignam.
Single for Dignam. Runners on first and second, no out. Brings up the second baseman, number 22, Michael Wheeler.
3rd hit of the game already for the Marauders. And Michael Wheeler, check out the DH. Check that. The DH is hitting for Michael Wheeler. Wheeler is only playing in the field. So we're back to the top of the order, and Alex Albright.
Back to the top of the order for Marcus. The batter is right fielder number 20, Alex Albright.
Caught me too. Albright squares to bunt. Runners at second and first. And Kinsey's coming out. He's going to call time. That was kind of an interesting play right there. Albright was squared around. Coach Johnny Kinsey walking out. The pitcher doesn't throw the ball, and before he can, he calls timeout. So they're going to figure this one out. And while they do, I should probably let you know some of our sponsors for this afternoon's ball game. I know the first one is Raising Cane's, and as soon as I can pull up a Raising Cane's commercial, I'll read it out. As many times as I've read it, I should know it by heart. Raising Cane's, and they pride themselves on being a great community partner with the schools and organizations that are within the communities they serve. They are proud supporters of Marcus Baseball. Come and see them in Flower Mound, 3205 Justin Road, right behind Lowe's. Also, Locker Room Sports is a proud sponsor of Marcus Baseball. Locker Room provides custom uniform and high-end equipment for all your baseball and sporting good needs. Locker Room is located at 1565 West Main Street, Suite 102 in Louisville. You can also visit them on Facebook or on the web at lrssportswear.com. looks like they're going with a new pitcher. It's a right-hander coming in from out of the dugout, so while they do that, we'll go ahead and let you know Salerno's Italian Restaurant is a family tradition serving Flower Mound since 1985. They offer rehearsal dinner, birthday, and catering packages. Salerno's, true taste, true Italian. Also visit their sister restaurant, Bistecca, an Italian steakhouse in Highland Village, specializing in steak, seafood, and much more. A 4-star adventure. Salerno's Italian Restaurant and Bistecca. Coming in for Denton Guyer Wildcats is number 11, if that is correct, Zach Wentworth. So Wentworth has only gone 4.1 innings on the season. He's got no record, 2 saves, and very little to go on. So if Marcus was scouting anyone, they weren't scouting Wentworth. I would guess he has not seen action in the last week or so. But he will come on, the right-hander, in relief of the starter, Chance Jones. And that's going to happen before Albright is able to go to the plate one more time as we are in the top of the second inning and Marcus Stake to a 3-0 lead. All right, I'm going to do this a lot, early and often. Evan, can you give me another weather update from outside? It's nice and comfortable here in the press box, but let me know how it is out there in the kind of sun, humid, whatever it is. You know it's humid when your water bottle has more water on the outside of it than the inside. This field seems to sit almost dead north-south, which is kind of unusual. I'm not sure why they positioned it that way, but the wind is pretty much blowing out of the south, and the flag is blowing straight away. Although, as
new pitcher for Guyer, number 11,
Evan
Zach
Nemec had mentioned, I'll get that right in a moment, it is oscillating. So the new pitcher is Wentworth. Wentworth will greet Alex Albright. First pitch from the right-hander, strike down the middle.
We're working on it.
Zach Wentworth in relief of Chance Jones. No outs, runners at first and second. Albright squares to bunt. Strike 2. Whatever he is doing, he is not executing it the way that Jeff Sherman would like it to be done, I can assure you. 2 strikes. And exactly what Johnny Kinsey wants to happen is this big right-hander coming in and throwing, pumping strikes down. This one misses on the outside on purpose. Albright walked in the first. Was forced out at third on a fielder's choice. Ball and 2 strikes. Wentworth from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses up high. Tried to guide that one in, was not able to do so. 2-2 now, the count on the Marauder left fielder. Runner at second is Kometz. Over at first, it's Dignam. Pickoff coming. Almost thrown into center field by Wentworth. Nice job by the shortstop Studdard again. Although I don't think Kometz is going anywhere fast, other than back to second base on the pickoff. They'll slide in behind him again. Wentworth looks to the plate. He'll deliver. Dribbler towards short. They're going to get one at second. May turn the double play. No. As Albright able to hustle down, and now there'll be runners on the corners on the force out at second base of Jack Dignam.
Runners at first and third, 1 out. The batter is third baseman, number 9, Brandon Venter.
Kometz down at third. Albright at second. One of the better hitters on this squad. Brendan Venter to the plate. Last night, the first couple of at-bats, he dropped the right shoulder and got under the ball. Then he drove one hard into left field. Ended the game with a free hopper to the shortstop. Here's the delivery. Runner will fake going. The catcher, Cullum, comes up ready to throw. Cullum's at least saved 180 feet of distance for Marauder runners. Everybody checks their wristband. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside setup. Wentworth. Runner goes. Hit into center field. Drives the center fielder back. This is over his head. And one bounce off the wall. Venter rolls into second. This will be a 2-run double off the bat of Brendan Venter. The Marauders now lead it 5-0. 2 RBIs for the big third baseman. The Marauders have come out swinging.
2-run double for Venter. 1 runner on, 1 out. The batter is the catcher, number 17, Matt Bernstein.
And I'll tell you what, the Guyer Wildcat outfielders have had trouble so far with the ball carrying. That did not look like it was particularly hit hard, but it carried all the way to the base of the 380 sign. Now it'll be the catcher, Matt Bernstein. Ball gets up in the air. You better turn and run. And this one gets past Cullum, and 90 feet closer is Venter. And as excited and attentive as the Guyer Wildcats were last night with a 4-1 lead, pitch is up high to Bernstein.
Oh, but the runs aren't showing it.
Here's a pitch from Wentworth. Shot through the second baseman, and that's what happens when you play up. You don't have as much reaction time, and 6 runs now across. 3 in the first, 3 in the second for the Marauders, and they only have 1 out on the board. Bringing in the infield will increase your batter's average about 150
Bernstein
points.
brings up the pitcher, number 14, Ashton Easley.
That ball got on Willie O'Brien so quick you can't really give him an error. It was just a shot that got by him before he could get his glove down. Now Ashton Easley, the pitcher, comes to the plate. Easley singled back in the first, and I say back, that was only an inning ago. Here's the pitch. Gracie goes, fouled off right side gate. Gracie will have to return. That was a straight steal by Kyle Gracie, who's got plus speed. An hour and 45-minute delay, and the bats have been woken up this afternoon. Easley from the right side, Gracie down at first. Here's the pitch from Wentworth. Gracie will go. Easley, left field, drives it. The left fielder's got it. Gracie's going to have to haul back into first. He will get there easily.
Jackson Weatherford.
The throw comes in to the shortstop. Stutter.
Brings up the shortstop, number 18, Jimmy Glowinky.
Glowinky doubled over the right fielder Brandon Cross's head in the first. He definitely has home run power, especially with this 25-mile-an-hour wind blowing dead out to center field. Set up out on the outside. Glowinky. Here's the pitch from Wentworth. Got it. Nice pitch. A little wrinkle in it as it catches the outside corner. Wentworth is ahead in the count. No balls and a strike.
Score 6. Yeah, I can't see how to go back.
Wentworth deals. Glowinky pops it up. This is in play. First baseman underneath. Out number 3.
James Ferris is up, number 3.
3 more runs across for the Marauders. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Marauder 6, Geyer nothing. Geyer will send Ferris, Cullum, and Studdard to the plate against Ashton Easley. That's next when we're back here on CSR TV.
Where the coach is at.
So they get 1, 2, 3 runs. 1, 2, 3 hits. No errors. Now batting for your Wildcats, first baseman number 23, James Ferris.
James Ferris was at bat. And now he ropes one into left field. First pitch swinging. Ferris on for Geyer, who's down 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
Leadoff single for James Ferris.
Alongside Evan Nimick.
That brings up the catcher,
from
number 5,
the ballpark at Plano
Cullum.
West. Blessing that Plano Schools put down turf. Otherwise, I can name at least 3 games that would not be going on. Easley checks first base. Comes home. Here's a shot into right field. This is flying, going back. Back and off the fence. Into second base with a stand-up sliding double. Check that. Is Luke Cullum. And that ball carried. And just like that, the Geyer Wildcats are in business with runners on second, third, no outs. You get the ball up in the wind, and it will carry.
2 on with no outs, and the batter's the shortstop, number 14, Aaron Studdard.
Studdard hit a couple of doubles last night, both bombs to the fence. Better not get the ball up to him. This is a cut-in-half lead as Easley misses high with the curveball. Well hit off the bat of the catcher, Luke Cullum. Easley will check Bernstein for the sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit towards second. Wheeler's got it. He'll go to first. For the first out and a run across as Ferris scores from third on the
Ferris
RBI.
scores for the Wildcats. Luke
Studdard.
Cullum to third base, and the batter, designated hitter, number 8, Lucas Anderson.
Correct.
Swing and a miss. Anderson. High fastball. He can't catch up with it. Fastball called strike. Easily ahead in the count 0-2. He's got a 6-1 lead. So some room to breathe. But you do not want to get this good Geyer squad back into it too quick. Strike 3. Third strikeout. Swinging for Easley on the game. Continues to just pound the strike zone with fastballs.
With 2 outs, 1 runner on. The batter is the third baseman, number 6, Ryan Thomas.
Ryan Thomas will step in, the third baseman for the Wildcats. Pitch from Easley, up high with a fastball. Thomas's first at bat this afternoon. Right-hander digs in. Here's the pitch from Easley. Same pitch, just a little higher to the right. 2 balls, no strikes on Thomas. Down at third is Luke Cullum. Cullum with a nice double to the wall. Right field. Here's the pitch from Easley. Down low. 3 balls and no strikes on Thomas, the number 8 hole hitter for the Geyer Wildcats. Geyer obviously well known in the Texas football circles. 2-time state champion. And I believe that was 2 times in a row. Easley misses outside, issues a walk to Ryan Thomas. 2 outs and runners are now on the corners for Jackson Weatherford.
It's a walk for Ryan Thomas. Runners at first and third, 2 outs, and the batter for your Wildcats. Left fielder, number 9, Jackson Weatherford.
Weatherford, I'm going to assume son of the coach by the same name, Weatherford. In from the right side, Easley working from the stretch. Seems like he's been more proficient from the windup. Ball is chopped towards first. It's a fair ball. Easley's going to pitch to first. And Weatherford is retired. So it goes 1-3 on the putout. And we head to the top of the 3rd inning, but not before. The Wildcats able to plate a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We head to the top of the 3rd on CSR TV. Back in a moment. Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital Flower Mound is your community hospital. The hospital is ranked number 1 by Best Places to Work by Modern Healthcare in 2013 and voted Best Place to Have a Baby. Not even going to go there. Denton County by Child Magazine. Texas Health Flower Mound has a fully equipped emergency room with state-of-the-art diagnostic technology and on-site labs. The facility is a full-service facility providing high-tech, cutting-edge care. Texas Health Flower Mound is committed to taking care of the needs of you and your family. To find out more about the facility and find a physician, go to TexasHealthFlowerMound.com. Nick Miner up for the Marauders. Squares, fakes the bunt. Pitch is high out of the hand of Weatherford. And goes to the backstop. 4-1.
So the score is actually 6. Yeah, that's a 6. Oh, that is a 6. Yeah.
Shot up the gap.
So
Miner with a single. Right through the box.
1 runner on, no outs, and the batter is a designated hitter, number 25, Bryce Verplaine.
Verplaine grounded out to the second baseman in his first at bat. Comes up here with no outs, and Nick Miner down at first. Marauders lead it 6-1.
Well, make that as a 6 too.
Pitch from Wentworth up high. Runner will go. This one's into center field. Oh, what a nice play. Nobody covering the bag as Cullum released it. And fortunately, getting there in time to make the play at second base was Willie O'Brien. But a delayed steal by Nick Miner puts him in scoring position. Verplank at the plate.
Still the same. Still 25. Yeah, it's 1-0.
Wentworth looks to work outside on Verplank. Here's the pitch. Pops this one up. Short right field. Minor ready to go, but he won't. They throw behind him at second, and Verplank flies out to the right
Brendan
fielder.
Cross without number 1. Batter's the first baseman, number 28, Patrick Kometz.
For the first out of the inning, it'll be the first baseman, Patrick Kometz. Down at second, Nick Miner reached on a single. Through the box, 6-1 lead. By the way, did I mention that Flower Mound was beat last night by Keller 4-0? That series tied at 1, playing right now in Grand Prairie at Quick Trip Park. Pitch down low, gets through Cullum. Looked like Kari Lettinen right there. 5-hole wide open. Maybe you have to give the pass ball to the catcher. Yeah, well, he's the sub, backup, whatever. But scurrying on down to third base on the pass ball is Nick Miner. Now all Kometz needs to do is put the ball in play, and the infield plays up. Anything hard should get the run in. Misses with the fastball up high. 2 balls and no strikes on the first baseman, Patrick Kometz. Wentworth continue to work fast. Here's the pitch. Curveball doesn't curve. It's over the head of Kometz. 3 balls and no strikes. Kind of getting his arm slot dropping down caused the ball to raise instead of drop into the zone. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 up high. Kometz is on with a walk.
The walk for Kometz. Runners at first and third.
3 walks issued tonight so far by Geyer pitching. That'll bring up Jack Dignam. Dignam singled and then was retired on a force out at second base. Left-hander, only left-hander in the lineup for the Marauders today, although they do have a number of left-handed hitters. And now Jeff Sherman is coming towards the mound, and they figure this is a big position. So Drew Jackson is going to run for Kometz. This is probably going to be a pinch runner, and then Kometz will re-enter the game. Jackson with plus speed going down to first. Runners at first and third. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Sherman definitely going to put running pressure on this Geyer squad. Dignam will dig in from the left side. Looks out at the pitcher Wentworth. Zach Wentworth to the belt. Fastball misses up high. Not able to find that arm slot that he had earlier. 5 balls in a row issued by the Wildcat pitcher. Over at first, it's Jackson. At the plate, Dignam. Down low, Cullum stops another 90 feet of runners. 2 balls and no strikes. That's now 6 balls in a row from the pitcher Wentworth. Jackson with a marginal lead at first. Dignam from the left side. Here's the pitch. Delayed steal. They won't throw. As Jackson runs around the second baseman, O'Brien. And it's a delayed steal for Drew Jackson. Now runners 180 feet, 90 feet away for Dignam, who's ahead in the count 3-0. Fastball right down the pipe. 3 balls and 1 strike. Good looking pitch there. Wentworth just needs to repeat that. Infield still playing in. Makes a hard hopper hard to field. Wentworth to the plate. Ball 4 issued to Dignam. That's 2 walks back to back, and that'll bring up the top of the order, and Alex Albright, who has batted in every inning so far. He's walked, reached on a fielder's choice and scored, and head coach John Kinsey back out to the mound. While he does that, we'll pay a bill. Able Communications is communicating information, connects your business. Transporting information is their business. For over 20 years, Able Communications has helped businesses connect with commerce by providing secure and reliable solutions for their communication needs. Let us help you stay connected. Able Communications, connecting companies, connecting you. Quick visit to the mound. Whitworth still there.
Bases are loaded with 1 out. Back to the top of the order for Marcus. Right
As
field,
Alex
number 20,
Albright.
Alex Albright.
Will step in with the bases chucked full of Marcus Marauders. Infield will play back at first. Mid-depth up the middle, and the third baseman even with the bag. Ball gets away, and that's going to be a run. As Nick Miner scores the 7th run. And both he and the runners behind him all move up 90 feet. Now 7-1, back to a 6-run lead for the Marauders.
After 5.
Albright, chance to drive in a couple Marauders on the pond. Wentworth to the belt. Here's the pitch. Misses inside with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Wentworth has struggled now. In his last 10 pitches, he's thrown 9 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's right down the pipe. Gets himself back on track. 2 balls and a strike on Alex Albright. Fouled off. Nope, it's going to be fair. In play, they're coming home. The throw is wide.
Come on.
They'll score. Jackson, here comes Dignam. Throw to the plate.
He's
and
out.
They got
Got
it.
it.
And the umpire takes a head dive into the turf. But out at home plate is Dignam. 1 run will score. That's Drew Jackson. And down to second base is Alex Albright. So we've got a bad throw that allows the run to score. That'll be an error on the third baseman. And then Dignam is retired from the catcher to the pitcher, so that'll go 1-2. 2 outs now, and down at second is Alex Albright with Brendan Venter at the plate. Venter doubled in his last at bat. Curveball called strike.
Better third baseman, number 9, Brendan Venter.
That would be correct. What are you out there keeping your own scorebook? Handle that camera, young man. Pitch to Venter. Almost hit him. Actually, he expected it to, I think, and it got underneath his left elbow. 1 ball, 1 strike on the big right-hander. Alex Albright down at second. Wentworth will come to the plate. Hit towards the gap. Shortstop's got it. Oh, he goes to throw to third. Nobody there. And he's got to eat it. So an infield hit for Venter as he legs out the single.
An infield hit for Venter. Runners at first and third. With 2 outs in the batters, the catcher, number 17, Matt Bernstein.
2 hits now for the Marauders. They've scored 2 along with 2 walks.
That last one.
Venter is going to be run for. This will be number 6 for the Marauders. Parker Mitchell down at first now, running for Venter. This will be another defensive switch as Venter will re-enter for the one time he can. Bernstein towards the shortstop. He'll gather it up and step on second, and that'll do it.
Aaron Studdard without number 3.
So 2 runs across on 2 hits. 1 man left on. We head to the bottom of the third. Marauders lead it 8-1. Back in a moment on Champion Sports Radio.
looks like it's kind of cloudy. Get off my cloud.
Back at the
Leading off the
ballpark
third inning
at
for the
Plano
Wildcats,
West.
center fielder number 7, Connor
Marauders
Harris.
lead it 8-1 over the home Denton Guyer Wildcats, who lead the series 1-0. Ashton Easley on the bump, swing and a miss on a fastball outside corner to Connor Harris, the winning pitcher of last night's game. Down in the count 0-1. Ball one. That'll even the count at 1-1. Harris, sophomore left-hander, outstanding game thrown against the Marauders last night to get the victory. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes on tonight, the center fielder for the Wildcats. Easley will deal. Misses outside with a fastball. Evens the count at 2-2. Weather update. That's actually my mic here in the booth. Easy. Hey, you're muted. Kidding.
It's a walk for Connor Harris, bringing up the second baseman, number 2, Willie O'Brien.
Easley issues the free pass here on the top of the third. 7-run lead for the Marauders. And it's Willie O'Brien. O'Brien struck out looking in the first. Easley squares. O'Brien pulls back the bunt opportunity, and Matt Bernstein digs it out of the turf. Ball 1 to the second baseman, Willie Conan O'Brien. There's a strike. Looked low. 1-1. Well, it's supposed to be a full day of drenching rain. Has turned out, at least for the last hour and 15 minutes or so, to be decent for baseball. That pitch misses wide and outside. 2 balls and a strike on Willie O'Brien. Marcus leads it 8-1. Threatening to run rule Guyer, which would not hurt the Marauders whatsoever if they are able to not use as much pitching. Although I guess that goes both ways as we go to a game deciding game 3. But we're not there yet. 8-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, O'Brien. Down at first, it's Harris. Curveball, strike 3 called. Wow, that ball had a lot of movement on it. And caught looking twice now, Willie O'Brien.
1 out, 1 on, and the batter is the right fielder, number 10, Brandon Cross.
Brandon Cross up for the Wildcats singled, little bloop single up the middle. This is a shot in the gap. Lewanke gets there. He'll throw on to first and not in time as Cross beats it out. Infield base hit for Brandon Cross. He's 2 for 2 on the game. Former teammate
Single
of
for
these
Brandon
Marcus
Cross.
Marauders.
Runners at first and second, 1 out, and the batter is the first baseman, number 23, James Ferris.
The first baseman, James Ferris, who singled and scored the only run for the Wildcats in the second, will come to the plate. He led off the second inning. 1 out here. Curveball. Woo! Ripped foul. Just past Coach Johnny Kinsey down at third. Ferris was all over that one, just way out in front of the Easley curveball. Here's the pitch from Easley. Same pitch. This one he ropes into left field. Left fielder's got it. Throw's coming to third. They'll cut it there and not throw home in the RBI. Scores Harridge from second.
RBI single for James Ferris scores Connor Harridge. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and the batter's the catcher, number 5, Luke Cullum.
So a run across with 1 out. We'll put Brandon Cross down at second. Harridge is at first, and Luke Cullum, who doubled off the wall in right field in his last at bat. Easley did not learn his lesson. Threw the curveball to Ferris. Ferris ripped it foul. Was all over it. This second pitch was the same curveball, and Ferris just sat and waited on it. Ripped it into left field for a line drive single. Pitch to Cullum. Strike. Even the count 1-1. As I said, Cullum with a drive into deep right field off the wall has an RBI tonight and a double. Standing at the plate, 2 runners on, 1 out. Cross down at second. Ferris at first. Curveball misses outside.
Yep.
2 balls and a strike on the catcher, Luke Cullum. Easily to the belt. He'll come to the plate. Fastball hit left side. This is going to stay in play if they can get to it, but the right fielder Dignam or left fielder Dignam can't get there. That ball normally would be out of play, but the wind just holds it up. Neither Glowinky or Dignam could get there in time to make a play on it. So with all that, it runs the count to 2-2. It was just a strike. See if Easley goes back to the off-speed pitch again. He does, and he misses outside. Full count. We'll have to see if Johnny Kinsey decides to put his runners in motion, trailing by 6 runs, 8-2. Cullum with a good bat at the plate. Here's the pitch. Misses up high, almost hit him. That'll run the bases full of Wildcats. Cullum with the nice
walk for Luke Cullum.
At bat.
The bases are full of Wildcats. The batter, the shortstop, number 14, Aaron Studdard.
And let me assure you, folks, 1 pitch, 1 miss pitch right here, and this game is a 2-run ball game. Studdard has got power. Had 2 doubles to the fence last night at Plano. Easley had better be careful with that hanging curveball. Bases are loaded. He wants to get the ground out double play. Misses high with a fastball. Studdard now ahead in the count. Got to be looking fastball right here. Easley to the plate. Down low. Bernstein digs it. 2 balls and no strikes. Nowhere to put Studdard. 8-2 lead, and Coach Williamson's going to head out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. While he does that, let's pay one more bill. Rapid Med Urgent Care Center in Highland Village provides Southern Denton County families with state-of-the-art emergency medical care right in your neighborhood. From checkups to broken bones, school vaccinations, sports physicals, and more. You can count on Rapid Med for all your medical needs. Rapid Med is proud to provide the latest in concussion management through the IMPACT program. Partnership with the Texas Health Sports Network. Rapid Med Urgent Care Center is dedicated to providing you with quality care quickly. Visit www.rapidmed.com. Back to the action. Bases are full of Wildcats. 2 balls, no strikes on the hitter Studdard. Here's the pitch from Easley. Lifted left field. This one's going to stay in the park. Dignam will get under it, although it keeps going, and he did catch it. Cross will tag and score from third. Boy, I'll tell you what, that ball carried a long way. If he gets just a hair more of that, we're talking about a grand slam. But a long out, second out of the inning. It'll fly out to the left
RBI
fielder.
for Studdard, scoring Brandon Cross. And the batter is the designated hitter, number 8, Lucas Anderson.
Runners stay at first and second. Lucas Anderson will step up. DH. This is up high with a fastball, does easily. When that ball was hit, it looked like it was, again, just a standard fly ball and continued to carry almost to the wall. Had Studdard gotten all that, telling you it would have found a soccer goal out in left field. Pitch from Easley. Misses just inside off the chest of Lucas Anderson. Eight to 3 now. The Marauder lead. Easley will deal. Misses again up high. 3 balls, no strikes. Easley struggling to find the strike zone. He does have a place to put Anderson. Called strike. Relaxes right there and gets the fastball on the inside corner. From the stretch, Easley will come to the plate. Strike 2, same place. Full count now, runners should be in action. 8 to 3. At the plate, Lucas Anderson, the DH. Here's the pitch from Easley. Swing and a miss, strike 3, got him swinging. So a little bit of damage across for Geyer as they get 2 runs on 2 hits, and the 2 were left on. We head to the top of the 4th, 8 to 3. Marcus back with more on CSR TV after this timeout.
Leading out the 4th inning for Marcus, pitcher number 14, Ashton Easley.
We head to the top of the 4th. Ashton Easley, the opposing pitcher, against Wentworth. Here's a shot towards short. 3 hops, short stop backhand, goes on to first, and Easley is there as the ball is wide to the right, and Ferris is able to not come up with it. Or should I say unable, which is what I meant to say when I said not. Unable to come up with it. Now Jackson
Easley
will come in and run for the
now
pitcher.
batting the shortstop number 18, Jimmy Glowinski.
Nice play by Studdard, but his throw was a little wide right, causing Ferris to have to stretch backhand for it, and he's not able to come up with it. So they give the error to first baseman. Lewanke up to hit. Down low, just misses, does Wentworth. If the Marauders are able to come away with a victory, Game 3 of this series would happen right after this. Here's a shot. Third baseman's got it. They'll double up easily at first. Check, that's not easily. It's Alex Jackson. Poor
Ryan
job
Thomas
of reading the hit.
Harris for a Geyer double play.
Alex Jackson
Batters
doubled
the
off.
center
That's
fielder number
not
2.
what you want from a guy you bring in to run.
Nick Miner.
So a line drive and then a 5-3 retirement. Jackson's doubled up. Just like that, Nick Miner comes to the plate with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Jackson comes in to run for the pitcher and gets doubled up on a line shot to third. Nubbed off. Third baseman's got it. 2 hops. He'll throw on to first and get Nick Miner.
Ryan Thomas,
1, 2, 3.
James Ferris, and that's a
for the
1, 2,
first
3
time.
inning for your Wildcats.
For the most part, the third baseman, Ryan Thomas, was the complete defense for the Geyer Wildcats. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be that guy, Ryan Thomas, then Jackson Weatherford back to the top of the lineup, and Connor Harris next here on CSR.
Getting some crazy text. Scoreboard's wrong. It says 7. Is he qualified?
Yeah. Their stuff.
Bottom of the 4th. And leading off for your Wildcats, third baseman, number 6, Ryan Thomas.
We're at the ball game. We're at the ball game. Don't have to take us there. Ryan Thomas steps in, the third baseman for the Wildcats. 1-1. Count. See strike 2 called. Ball and 2 strikes on the third baseman. Down low, runs the count even at 2-2. A 1-2-3 inning. First one for the Wildcats in the top of the 4th to put down the Marauders, who lead it 8-3. Easily will deal. Fouled off, right side, out of play. Reset the count, 2-2. It's Thomas, then Weatherford, back to the top of the lineup, and Connor Harris. Update, Flower Mound 6, Keller Timber Creek 1. It looks like the Flower Mound Jaguars are going to advance to round 2, but did I mention they were beat last night 4-0 by that same Keller Timber Creek team? Swing and a miss. Strikeout.
With 1 out, the batter's the left fielder.
Number 7.
Jackson
for
Weatherford.
Ashton Easley. Make that 6. 6 strikeouts for Easley. Weatherford takes a called strike. Easley getting back in the groove now here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Weatherford hoping right there. Hoping and praying. I think that was a Bon Jovi song. A hope and a prayer. Oh, and now he gets dinked right in the head. And the umpire catches him as he probably would have hit the ground. This one stung him. I think it got him right on the back of the helmet. Let's hope he's okay. His dad, one of the coaches, has made his way to the plate. And had the umpire not been there, I'm not sure he wouldn't have hit the ground right there. The umpire grabbed him by the arm to keep him from falling as the ball hit him right on the back collar of the helmet. I don't know whether it actually caught skin or not, but He looks a little woozy. Wipes off the sweat off the brow. That's a good sign. Is that his father who's right in front of us? Okay, so his father is right there at his side, talking him through this. Trainer is out there. They're going to take a good look at him. That was a fastball out of the hand of Ashton Easley. Certainly no intent to go at the head of Jackson Weatherford. Up in the count, 2 strikes, no balls. But it got away from him. Weatherford was able to turn his back to the pitch, but it caught him in the back of the helmet. I think he's still a little woozy. You may have to take him out of the game. You never want to mess with concussion situation. Even wearing a helmet, it cuts out the sting, but it does not cut out the shock. They're gonna walk him off the field. I think this is a cerebral move by the coaching staff.
Senior Jackson Weatherford.
Weatherford is going to go straight to the dugout and sit down, and they will look him over there and on to run. We'll get the number in a moment. Looks like 22. Is that 22?
Now running on first base for the Wildcats, number 22, Jake Poole.
Jake Poole is going to take Weatherford's place.
Center fielder, number 7, Connor Harridge.
So Weatherford reaches hit by pitch, but he will retire to the dugout for medical treatment. And it'll be Connor Harridge. Easley misses just outside. We'll have to see how Easley recovers from this. Sometimes you unintentionally hit somebody and hurt them. It shakes you up as a pitcher. You got to try to refocus. Can he do that here? So far, 2 balls have missed outside, staying away from the batter. Has that situation now gotten into the head of Ashton Easley? Last night's bump winner, Harridge at the plate. Swing and a miss. That would have been ball 3. So 2 balls and a strike on Connor Harridge. Wildcats trail 8-3. Runner on first is Poole. Running for Weatherford. Foul back, evens the count at 2-2. Jackson Weatherford hit on the back of the helmet. Don't know whether it caught any skin or not, but definitely a hurt helmet. He has retired to the dugout under medical care. Easley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses outside. Full count, 3-2 on Connor Harridge. Harridge has struck out in the first, walked in the third, and scored a run. Looked to have pretty good speed on the base pass. Easley misses high, ball 4. Now does Jeff Sherman put his bullpen to work. Up 8-5.
Let's walk for Connor Harridge. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and the batter's the second baseman, number 2, Willie O'Brien.
O'Brien has struck out twice looking. He'll step in and try and change his fate. 2-hole hitter. O'Brien on the season. 271 before this game. This is blooped into center field. Minor takes a step back. It's going to get down. They'll throw to third. They may get the runner at third. No.
He's there.
So the bloop single by Willie O'Brien will bring up Brandon Cross. And Cross is in a very interesting
single
situation.
for Willie O'Brien, and the bases are full of Wildcats.
Facing
the batter's the right fielder, number 10, Brandon Cross.
Former team. A big swing and contact here could make this a 1-run game. Cross from the right side. Wind howls now out of the south. Fouls this one back. Tell you what, if you get it with any contact whatsoever, you're going to get a home run here at the ballpark at Plano West. Routine pop flies have made it to the fence. Curveball misses low. Evens the count at 1-1 on Cross. Cross singled and scored in his last at bat. Was caught stealing in the first. Over slid second base. They got him on the hand. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled off straight back over the top of us. A ball and 2 strikes on Brandon Cross. Trying to once again beat his former team. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled off one more time. Straight back. Cross is on it. He just can't get the bat squared up. Curveball.
There you go.
Hit up the middle. Base hit. This may score 2. 1 definitely in. They'll hold the runner from third on the throw. Cross does damage one more time with a single. RBI. Bases remain loaded.
It's an RBI single for Brandon Cross.
James
Jake
Ferris
Poole scores on the play. And the bases are still full of Wildcats.
steps up as rain starts to pelt down here at Plano
Batters the
West.
first baseman, number 23, James Ferris.
I guess if it doesn't go anywhere, can't do anything else to it. So the rain showers
Shit.
arrive here
Watch it.
with bases loaded.
Catch.
1 out. Ferris at the plate.
How's your brother? Is he talking? Yeah, he's gonna get that check. All right.
We get the word that Weatherford may be headed to the hospital to get checked. Unofficial, of course.
Count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike on the big first baseman, James Ferris.
There you
Deep
go.
drive!
Yeah.
It's Ferris gone!
Oh!
Grand slam! And we are tied at 8. James Ferris with the grand slam to tie it up at 8. And there was no doubt about that one.
That's a grand slam for James Ferris.
Ashton Easley got the ball up in the
Ferris
zone.
scores.
Ferris turns on
O'Brien
it.
scores. Cross scores.
5
Ferris
runs
scores.
across so far here in the bottom of the 4th, and we are tied at 8. Maybe
1
Jeff
out.
Sherman waited
Batters
too
the
long
catcher, number 5,
to make a
Luke
change.
Pelham.
Getting them all.
Denton Geyer down all game. 1 swing of the bat. They're right back in this one. Curveball from Easley for a strike.
Oh, my God.
Forget everything that's happened. This is a 3-inning game now. Ever since Easley hit Weatherford, it has been downhill for the Marauder pitcher.
I got that was a ball. 2-1.
Swing and a miss. Fouled off right back at us. Keeps the count the same. Well, 3. Fouled off one more time. Will be Dawson Shelburne. Jeff Sherman is going to keep Ethan Nichols on his bench, but if you don't win this game, then Nichols never gets a chance to pitch for you. 3-2 is the count on the board. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Cullum is retired with a swinging strikeout. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 2 outs down.
2 outs. The batter is
Aaron
the shortstop,
Studdard.
number 14, Aaron Studdard.
Another guy who you don't want to let get the ball up in front of him. He can flat out pound it also. I hate to prognosticate, but I said you cannot give Ferris a fat pitch or the big man will put it over the fence, and he did just that. Curveball from Ashton Easley misses. Ball 1. Tied at 8. Bottom of the 4th. Looked like the Marauders were going to run away from this one early, but not now. Here's a pop fly. Center field, Nick Miner. Underneath, he'll squeeze it. So they're out of the inning, but not till 5 runs are across, and we're tied.
5 runs
8.
score for your
We head to the
Wildcats
top
after
of the
4
fifth. It'll
innings.
be Verplank, Kometz, and
Dyer,
Dignan in that
8,
order
Marcus,
here on
8.
CSR.
Play whatever. 1, 2, 3 hits. No errors. And double check.
Two hits in that inning was all.
Yep.
What happens when you walk people? They come back to painfully hurt you.
Got us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits for us. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for us.
Back at the ballpark at Plano West, where we're tied after a James Ferris grand slam in the bottom of the 4th inning off of Ashton Easley. And it'll be Bryce Verplank, Patrick Kometz, and Jack Dignan.
Top of the 5th, and leading off for Marcus, designated hitter number 25, Bryce Verplank.
Verplank has grounded out and flown out. And his 2 at-bats. Needs something productive here for the Marauders, who are back on their heels now. Wentworth, roll and throw, curveball, called strike.
Football hard, kid.
Zach Wentworth in for Chase Jones, who was chased out, no pun intended, in the 2nd inning. Here's a shot. This is gone to left field. Verplank. Oh, no, it's off the fence. Top of the fence. Verplank turns for second. I called that early. It gets away from the second baseman. Verplank with the stand-up double, and that's about a foot away from being a home run. Thought it had cleared the fence. It caught the top of the fence, the yellow part, and came back down. Verplank was inches away from giving the Marauders the lead back. But he's at second base with no outs, and the first baseman, Patrick Kometz.
First baseman, number 28, Patrick Kometz.
You can tell with a wind like it is, one swing of the bat can change everything. Plank now down at second. Kometz, called strike on the inside corner. Has walked twice and scored both times. Pitch to Kometz, down in the dirt, knocked down. Verplank will go. He reads it well, and he's into third. Got away from the catcher. Cullum. Verplank just 90 feet away from returning Marcus to the lead. 1-1 count on Kometz. Here's the pitch. Towards third. Hopper. They'll hold him at third. Throw on to first. Kometz is out.
Way to work.
6-3 on the
Ferris
putout. Verplank
number 1.
is stuck down at third base with Jack
One on
Dignan
and
coming
back
up.
to the top of the order for Marcus. Right fielder number 20, Alex Albright.
Tell you what,
I'm sorry, it's number 5, Jack Dignan.
Dignan has walked and scored and singled, forced out at second on a fielder's choice. Wentworth to the plate. Misses outside with a fastball. 90 feet away from regaining the lead is Bryce Verplank. Can Dignam put the ball in play far enough to get Verplank home? Called strike on the inside corner. Fans did not like that. 0-2 count now. Oh, check that. 1-1 on Dignam. Here's the pitch. Hit. Second baseman snags it. Almost mistimed his jump.
That's Willie O'Brien without number 2.
And Verplank is down at third. Will Jeff Sherman regret not putting the ball on the ground here and
right fielder, number 20,
forcing Bryce Verplank home? Back to the top of the lineup, Alex Albright walked and scored in the second. As Dignam lines out to the second baseman. Curveball drops in as Wentworth starting to find his rhythm. Throws all the way from the left side of the rubber. Working outside. Strike 2. Time at the plate. Showers have gone away for the time being. Is that correct, Evan? Interesting. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. I'll tell you what, Ferris got every bit of that one. There was no question about it. Wentworth from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Up high, misses. Albright flinched at it, wanting to think about going for it. Verplank 90 feet away. Cullum has got a job. He's got to be a wall for the Wildcats. Can't let anything by or Verplank should score from third. Very careful with Albright. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Down low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'm not sure that Wentworth wants to visit the next batter, Brendan Venter. Wind continues to blow about 25 to 30 straight away dead field, or center field. 3-2 count. Looking outside. Wentworth. Misses. Ball 4. Albright draws the walk.
Runners at first and third with 2 outs, and the batter is the third baseman, number 9, Brandon Venter.
Venter doubled. In the second inning, singled in the third inning, scored 2 runs, both in the first and the second. He asked for time, and he's honored. I'm hearing clapping. I'm assuming that is for Jackson Weatherford. They're transporting him to the hospital after being hit in the head. And hope and pray that he is okay. Venter at the plate. Here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Strike on the inside corner. Venter doesn't like the call.
Get him, kid.
Albright faked like he was going to second. I can't believe they're going to throw through if he does. Last thing you want to do is have the ball in play with somebody at third base. Outside look here. Missed. 1-1 count on the big third baseman, Brendan Venter. Wentworth to the belt. Pitch. Shot down the line. Fair ball. 2 hops into the wall. Here comes Albright. He'll round third. Sherman's going to hold him right there. And another double for Brendan Venter, and the Marcus Marauders are back out top, 9-8. For Plank, trots home from third on a line drive double for Brendan Venter. Matt Bernstein's going to come to the plate, and a single here could stretch the lead to 3.
RBI double for Venter brings up the catcher, number 17, Matt Bernstein.
Weekend at Bernie steps up with a chance to break this game open again. Reached on a fielder's choice, and then a single, and another fielder's choice in the third. He scored 1 run, has Bernstein. Wentworth with the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Down at third, it's Albright. Second, Brendan Venter. Wentworth from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside. Even to count at 1-1 as Cullen tried to frame it back in, but the umpire didn't buy it. Marauders retake the lead 9-8. Threatening to stretch it to even more. Bernstein. Shot center field. This is deep. Going back as a center fielder. It's gone! Bernstein with the center field blast. A 3-run homer. And Weekend at Bernie's has done it again. Straightaway center field. And the 3-run homer matches the grand slam of Ferris. Just like that, the Marauders are back up 4. Home run, Matt Bernstein.
Now batting the pitcher, number 14, Ashton Easley.
And that ball jumped out of here. On the aid of the 30-mile-an-hour wind, that ball smacked the center field green fence in a hurry. Just like that, the Marauders are back up by 4. What a turn of events in the last 2 half innings. Wentworth fires in, easily fouls it off. Those are all 2-out runs, 4 of them that score for the Marauders. They're huge. Wentworth deals. Strike. Ooh. Wow. Missed on the outside corner, apparently high. And now Wentworth is a little bit out of his zone right here as he's working a little faster than normal. Easily with a shot center field. This has got him going back, and this one is off the fence. Easily into second with a stand-up double. Didn't sound like it was hit that hard, but that ball jumped. And they'll run for Easley at second. That'll be Alex Jackson. Tell you what, you get the ball up here today, and good luck. As Johnny Finzey's going to stay with Wentworth out there.
Back me out, kid.
After a Verplank double, 2 outs for Geyer made it look like they were going to get out of the inning without surrendering a run, and then all you know what has broke loose. Lewanke at the plate, another threat to hit one out. Down low in the dirt, Jackson won't go anywhere. 1-1 the count on Jimmy Lewanke. He's got power whether the wind is blowing or not. The way that it's blowing out to center field, even a standard fly ball is jumping out of the park. Pitch from Wentworth. Called strike as it's framed back in on the outside. The fans let the umpire hear it, and I can't say that I argue with him on that one. Ball was caught on the white strip of the left-handed batter's box. This is farther out even. Not able to be framed back in. Credit Cullum, the catcher, with pulling that pitch back in for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Cullen, who wants to throw to second but thinks wiser of it. And the count's full at 3-2. Lewinsky just misses on an inside fastball. Count remains the same. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second is Jackson. Running for the pitcher, Ashton Easley, who doubled. Matt Bernstein with a 3-run homer. Outside, Lewinsky takes it for a ball, and he's on with a walk. We have run 9 through the lineup now. As Nick Miner will bat.
Batting center fielder number 2, Nick Miner.
Interesting situation. You've got 2 pitchers down there, one from each side, warming up in the same bullpen. Nick Miner holds off, throw to second, and back in is Alex Jackson, making that way too close. Already been picked off on a double play. Line drive to third, throw back to first, erased. Wentworth from the stretch. Inside to Miner. 2 balls, no strikes. He does have room for Miner, but you don't want to bring up Verplank. Hit one off the top of the fence for a double. He opened the inning. He stands in the on-deck circle. Wentworth to the plate. Miner takes a strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Wentworth. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runners on. Jackson at second, down at first. It's Jimmy Glowacki. Sophomore shortstop. At the plate, center fielder Nick Miner. Here's the Wentworth offering. Nubbed off his foot. Stays fair. But it was a foul ball off of his foot. He grabs his shirt and chews on it. Fortunate for the Marauders there. The umpire goes and kicks off the plate as if there's dirt on it. The force of habit. Yeah, well, I guess. I got a kick out of last night. Who was it that was stepping in and digging in, cleaning, were moving their feet back and forth like they were leveling out the playing field? Miner was doing that? Yeah, just force of habit. That's what he does. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-2. Missed it on Nick Miner. So advantage to the Marauders as they should be in motion. Jackson at second. Glowacki at first, both with plus speed. Nick Miner at the plate, something in the gap should play them both. Here's the pitch. Shot up the middle. Shortstop's got it. He's going to throw across the first. Got it.
Stutter to Ferris.
Miner
number 3
is erased on the 6-4 put or 6-3 put out. So 4 runs on 3 hits. 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Marauders lead it 13-8. Back in a moment on CSR.
Thomas says Pete's on his way.
Yeah, you better get here quick. I got to go. It's 4:30. Tell him I didn't tell him 4:30 because it was a joke. back when I was in high school.
Now batting for your Wildcats, designated hitter number 8, Lucas Anderson.
Who is this guy right here?
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Easley still on the mound. Pop fly, left field. Dignam will range under it. And what should have probably gone to the shortstop ends up in mid left field. For the first out of the inning.
The third baseman, number 6, Ryan Thomas.
Lucas Anderson flies out to left field for the first out. It'll be Ryan Thomas now, the third baseman, and we do not know, or I did not find out who filled in for Weatherford defensively.
Poole, 22.
So Poole entered the game to run and is in for Weatherford, who is headed to the hospital.
Thank you.
With an
Hey,
E.
say thank you, bro.
Foul ball out of play right side. Evens the count at 1-1.
She got it for you.
Pete Nielsen is on his way from Quick Trip Park to take over for me. I had previous commitments. I'd hoped that this game would already be in the books by now, but not the case. Here's a dribbler to the mound. Easley throws on to first. Barely gets Thomas. The second out of the inning, 1-3 on the putout. Marauders were tied at 8 and then came back.
Now
and
batting
Matt
left fielder,
Bernstein
number
hit a bomb.
22, Jake
Three-run bomb to
Poole.
center field. Stretches the lead back out to 4. A little more comfortable for Ashton Easley. Jeff Sherman has got pitcher down in the bullpen, warming up, just in case. Easley will throw from the stretch. Overthrows it in the dirt. Poole stepping in for his first at bat. He did score in the 5th as he took Jackson Weatherford's position at first base. This one he flies to right field, coming in, calling off the second baseman and making the play. It's Alex Albright. So 3 up, 3 down. For the Geyer Wildcats, they trail by 4. We head to the top of the 6th on CSR TV. Back in a moment. That was a quick inning. Or a quick half inning.
Got a new pitcher. Crabtree's on the mound for the Guys, number 20.
Crabtree. Jacob. What's up, dudes? Back at the ballpark at Plano West alongside Evan Nimick, Doug Branch. Marauders lead it again by 4, 13-8. That's 5, isn't it? Is it 12? How about 12-8? That'd make more sense, wouldn't it? Hard for me to see through your head. No, I'm kidding. I've got a scorebook here. I should just be able to read, right? 8 and 4, it's 12. New pitcher for the Geyer Wildcats is Jacob Crabtree. Crabtree's numbers, he's thrown 4 innings. He's got an 0-1 record, so very limited action from Crabtree. Lanky right-hander stepping on the mound for the Geyer Wildcats. We're in the top of the 6th. Bryce Verplank will lead it off like he did in the top
Now
of
pitching
the
for your
5th.
Wildcats, number 20, Jacob Crabtree.
Alex Albright,
And leading off the 6th inning,
Brendan Venter, and Matt Bernstein
for
have all
Marcus,
batted in every
designated
inning
hitter, number 25,
except for the
Bryce
4th.
Verplank.
Hitter's delight. Verplank just missed on a bomb to left field. Hit off the top of the fence. Got a double out of it. He'll step in against Crabtree. Crabtree misses outside with a fastball. Doubled, flew out to right field, and grounded out to the second baseman. Did Verplank, 1 for 3 on the night. Here's a pop-up, straight back. This is going to end up in the stands. Oh, and instead of the dad catching it, he jumps out of the way. Smart fella.
You gotta make that catch.
The guy I'm hearing in the press box that if it were a Geyer fan, they would have made that catch. Oh, you got to make that catch. Verplank fouls another one off. Wind holding it up. It's staying in play and just gets out over the fence. So 0-2 count for Bryce Verplank, who doubled in his last at bat. Swinging the bat, seeing the baseball. Crabtree ahead in the count. Here's the pitch. Shot up the middle, base hit for Plank. Drives it right through the box on the off-speed curveball. And now 2 of 4 on the night. Verplank starting to carry his
One on,
load.
no outs. The batter's first
In the
baseman,
middle of the order.
28, Patrick Cometz.
Patrick Cometz, the first baseman, walked twice and grounded out. Cometz is due. The swimsuit model from Marcus. This is wide right. Verplank will advance. He'll turn the corner and take a look at third, but he'll stay home as it gets away from Cullum. I'd say wild pitch there on Crabtree. Way outside. 2 times now in a row, Verplank has been standing at second base with no outs, and Patrick Cometz at the plate. Shot, foul, and I'll tell you what, Jeff Sherman won't need a haircut. That one went right across his chest. He's still over there, smart in that one. Cometz got around and ripped the line drive. Sherman says, hey, how about out in fair play with that? Two balls and a strike on the first baseman. Down at second, Verplank. Here's a pitch from Crabtree. It's a called strike, evens the count. 2-2 now on Cometz. Cometz has been outstanding defensively for the Marauders. Made some spectacular plays over the last couple of weeks. At first. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-2 now. The count on the first baseman, Patrick Cometz. Single up the middle. Cometz. This one will drop. Verplank has got a hold to make sure it gets down. Didn't read it well. He'll hold at third. Cometz on with a single. Nice at bat for Patrick Cometz. He was due. Runners on the corners.
2 on, no outs.
Jack Dignam will come to the plate for the
Batters
Marauders.
left fielder number 5, Jack Dignam.
There's a lot of light bulbs out there about school.
Yeah.
Dignam singled and walked, lined out to the second baseman in the last inning. That was the last out before Wentworth started to struggle, and then 3 batters later, Matt Bernstein hit a rocket to dead center field for a 3-run homer. Call him out to talk to Crabtree. Raising Cane's prides itself on being a great community partner with the schools and organizations that are within the communities they serve. We are proud supporters of Marcus Baseball. Come see us in Flower Mound, 3205 Justin Road, right behind Lowe's. Raising Cane's. We do chicken. Fastball from Crabtree misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes on Dignam. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the pipe. Austin Powers makes his presence here at the ballpark. 1-1 count on Dignam. Outside corner, they give him the strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dignam. Umpire starting to give the outside corners to the pitchers. Here's a pitch. Down the middle, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Dignam goes down swinging for out number 1. I'm not so sure.
Strikeout
Had
for
him
Jacob
bunt the
Crabtree, out
basketball.
number 1.
Wait a second. We're playing baseball, not the
Top of the
basketball.
order,
The
right
baseball.
fielder number 20, Alex Albright.
What's the weather forecast look like out there? let's get away from me for a second. This water's intoxicating. There's the bunt, and that'll get a run home. And he's safe. Oh! Wow.
Crabtree to Ferris for out number 2.
I'm not going to be a homer, but sure looked like Alex Albritton beat that one into first base, but he's called out. But he'll get the RBI
2 outs.
sacrifice.
Batter's third baseman number 9, Brandon Venter.
That'll bring up Venter. 1-3 on the putout from the pitcher to the first baseman. But it does plate a run. Now 13-8. Venter looking to go yard. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was the one. Right down the middle for a strike. Venter readies the bat. Crabtree readies the ball. Kometz goes back to second. Here's the pitch. Inside. Throw to second. Kometz is back in. Very agile, big man, Patrick Kometz. Count is 1-1. 1-1 across, 2 outs. 1-1 count on the big man, Brendan Venter. As the wind starts to gust. 30-35. Here's the pitch. Down low, gets away, and Kometz will move up 90 feet. 2 balls and a strike. Venter should see a pretty good pitch right here. Here's the pitch. Down low. 3 balls and a strike down on Venter. Crabtree struggling just a bit. Curveball. Called strike. That's a pretty pitch right there. I can assure you, Brendan Venter was not sitting on a curveball. 3-2 right here. Crabtree's got to come. Venter's looking fastball. Outside corner. Pitch. Down low. Walked him. Matt Bernstein comes back up. Bernstein coming off a 3-run shot to dead center field.
Runners first and third. 2 outs. The batter's the catcher, number 17, Matt Bernstein.
Not a ton of speed on the bases for the Marauders right now. Swimsuit model Patrick Kometz down at third. Brendan Venter over at first. By the way, want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there, especially Miss Kometz. I know you're listening back at the house. Curveball misses. A loyal listener of CSR broadcasts. Bernstein takes a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on the senior headed to Texas Tech. Overthrown by Crabtree in the dirt. 2-0 now. Starting to struggle a little bit as the catcher does a nice job, Cullum, of going out to try and settle down his pitcher. Runners on the corners, Kometz and Venter, third and first. With a Marauder victory, they will play one more game. I assume it will be about a 30-minute break, although you never know how long the weather's going to hold out. They may make it shorter than that just to get the game started. We've had one passing rain shower on a nice pitch by Crabtree to get a called strike. One rain shower, guys, it was what, about 3 minutes of a rain shower? Pretty heavy. They played right through it. And it's been not clear, but overcast and windy and dry pretty much ever since. Well, thank you very much, Evan. Runner takes off for second. They won't throw, and Venter's in. Nice job of running by Brendan Venter. As soon as the ball hit the turf, he takes off for second. Knowing better than to throw down, Luke Cullum eats it. 3 balls and a strike on Bernstein. Folks, this is right where we were. Venter's trying to get his breath back as he did the chest slide into second, knocked the wind out. Looks like he's okay. It was a 3-1 count. Runners at second and third right here when in the last inning, Matt Bernstein went yard. This one's inside. He takes the walk. So bases are now chucked for Ashton Easley. Easley hit a bomb off the center field wall. Head coach John Kinsey is going to make the slow walk out to the mound, and we are going to have a pitching change. While we do that, let us tell you that Locker Room Sports is a proud sponsor of Marcus High School Baseball. Locker Room provides custom uniform and high-end equipment for all your baseball and sporting good needs. Locker Room is located at 1565 West Main Street, Suite 102 in Louisville. You can visit them on Facebook or on the web at lrssportswear.com. Number 3 and to pitch, that would be not one of the pitchers of record.
Dylan Tackman.
Not even on my list of players. So Coach Tackman. So Tackman into the left-hander into throw. I'm going to have to assume that he comes off the JV squad. Nope, just been on varsity, hasn't played. First baseman. First baseman, okay. So your left-handed first baseman is going to come in and pitch. So Coach John Kinsey going deep into his bullpen. Tackman, the first name? Dylan Tackman. Pete Nielsen better hurry up, or Evan, you're going to be in here calling this game. Everything's set up for you. 5 o'clock, I'm hitting the car because I have to, or I'm going to be late. It's been a long baseball game. Don't recall what time exactly we started. It's supposed to be probably around 2:45, I would guess we started, so we're a good 2 hours into this affair. Tackman, the left-hander on the mound. Senior? Junior. Dylan Tackman.
Now pitching for the Wildcats, number 3, Dylan Tackman.
Come on now.
Swing and a miss by Easley. Bases are full of Marauders. Base hit here
Come on.
would basically take away the complete inning. Oh, he gets the called strike on the outside corner.
Sit him down,
No
Bill.
balls, 2 strikes on Ashton Easley.
Helmet check.
Tackman has come in and thrown pinpoint. Left-hander, he'll deal.
There you
Swing
go.
and a miss, 3 pitches out of the inning. The strikeout recorded were
Strikeout for Dylan
five
Tackman.
and a half. 13-5. Or check that, 13-8. Marauders lead it. Up next in the bottom of the 6th for the Geyer Wildcats, it's Connor Harridge, Willie O'Brien, and Brandon Cross. Back to the top of the order. Back in a moment on CSR. Bottom of the 6th inning is forthcoming. New pitcher on the mound for the Marcus Marauders is number 1. I believe that's Sexton Lump. Oh, 3?
Who is it?
It's number 3. That would be Dawson Shelburne.
Now
Sorry about
pitching
that.
for Marcus, number 3, Dawson Shelburne.
Shelburne is now
Leading off a
pitcher
Wildcat center fielder,
for
number
the
7, Connor
Marauders.
Harris.
Connor Harris will lead off, and Shelburne comes with a fastball strike. Curveball just misses on the back door. That curved around the plate. Down low with a fastball, misses. 2 balls and a strike on Connor Harridge. The Wildcat center fielder. 13-8 lead. Marauders. Shelburne on the mound. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets the fastball by him. Now Harridge trying to, I guess, dry his hands off. There's no dirt out there. He rubbed his hands in the dirt. Fake dirt. Here's the pitch. Chopper. Lewanke. It wasn't even a chopper. It was a line drive. Couldn't tell if it came off the curb or not. Lewanke gathers it up, and that's the first out of the inning on the line drive to the shortstop. That'll bring up Willie O'Brien.
One out, the
O'Brien
batter, second baseman, number 2,
struck out
Willie
twice
O'Brien.
reached base and scored in the 4th. Shelburne will deal from the windup.
There you
Up
go.
the middle, base hit. Nope. Lewanke gets there. Comes up throwing. Doesn't get it. What a play by Lewanke, though. And a nice stretch by Clement.
Single for Willie O'Brien.
And a nice
Brings up the right fielder, number 10,
stretch
Brandon
slide by
Cross.
Willie O'Brien, who's on with the infield single. Probably shouldn't have even been an infield single. Lewinsky dives. I'll tell you what, for a sophomore, he's got a really nice glove and good range. The good speed there from Willie O'Brien. He's on with a single, and Brandon Cross will step in. Cross with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. Was that a strike? Wow. And a strike on Cross, a ball that starts off on the outside of the plate and breaks away from the plate, called the strike. Fortunate for the Marauders. Pitch 2 in the dirt from Shelburne. Artificial dirt, that is. One and one. Runner fakes the advance. Ball's inside on Cross. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. Runner at first base is Willie O'Brien, who reached on an infield single to short. Shelburne from the stretch. Shot. Fair ball. This will be 2. Cross around first. Shelburne headed, or check that. Harridge headed into third, and it's a stand-up double for Brandon Cross.
So 1 out double for Brandon Cross. Runners at second and third with 1 out. The batter is the first baseman, number 23, James Ferris.
Cross continues to feast on Marauder pitching. Now 3 for 4 on the night. No, make that 4 for 4. He's got 3 singles and a double. Well, between last night and tonight, he was 0 for 4, 4 for 4. He's hitting 500 in the series. Here's the pitch from Shelburne. Curveball misses outside. Ferris looked to be the huge hero for the Denton Guyer Wildcats with a grand slam in the 4th, but since then, Marcus has come back and tacked 5 on top of the tie score of 8-8. Swing and a miss, and had he gotten that one, it would have taken a huge ride. 1-1 count. Off-speed pitch catches Ferris out front. He fouls it off. Now behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch from Shelburne. Curveball, swing and a miss. Got him going for the fence.
Now batting for Wildcats catcher, number 5, Luke Cullum.
Luke Cullum will step in. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Cullum has doubled to the fence, walked, and struck out in the 4th. Nasty curveball from Shelburne. From the belt, here's the pitch. Fastball. Popped up first base. Nope, it's floating all the way to the outfield. Called off the second baseman. Easley's got it, or checked out. That is Easley. He moves to the outfield. Ashton Easley makes the putout on the fly ball to right field. We are through 6 innings. Marauders lead it 13-8. Due up. Lewinsky, Minor, and Verplank when we come back for the top of the 7th here on CSR. I'll make it to Sanger by 6 o'clock.
5 o'clock,
Sanger.
I was supposed to leave here at 4:30.
Yeah, it's as long as you'll get rain.
You know what? I'll hit some accident and I'll be really screwed.
Yeah. I just think that George Miller ball went out.
Oh, they're on my score sheet. Thank you.
Come on, Cat. Keep going that chilling.
Back at the ballpark in Plano, alongside Evan Nemec, Doug Branch,
Top of the 7th.
Marauders will send Jimmy
Dylan Chapman
Glowinski,
back on the mound for the Wildcats.
Nick Miner, and Bryce Verplank to the plate
Leading
here
off
in the top
for
of the
Marcus,
7th. They lead
shortstop
it
number
13 to
18,
8.
Glowinky.
An offensive output showcase, fireworks, everything you'd want in a baseball game here tonight. First pitch from Crabtree, misses outside. Nope, that's Tackman. Not a right-hander, but a left-hander. Working quickly. Second pitch, inside, called strike on the inside corner. Glowinky thought it was a little far in. We'll kill that music. Swing and a miss by Glowinky. Now a ball and 2 strikes.
On the Marauder shortstop.
Shot into the gap, right center field. That's down. And Glowinky's on with a single. To start the top of the
1 on, no outs. The batter, center fielder,
7th
number
inning.
2, Nick Miner.
Get your ground ball, kid. Double play right here. Down.
Nick Miner will step in. Miner has singled. 1 for 4 on the day. Fakes the bunt. Glowinky's going nowhere. Left-hander Tackman disappointed in that pitch. Miner will step in. He'll clean up a little dirt, although there isn't any. Here's the pitch. Up high one more time as he squares to bunt. Misses the bunt here. It's fouled off. Evan, lock your camera down. Widen it out.
Two balls and a strike on Miner.
Here's the pitch. Up high. Misses ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Tackman on the bump. Miner will take time from the right side. Here comes the left-hander's offering. Fouled off. Back to the fence.
Counts full at 3-2. Down at first base is
Jimmy Glowinky, who reached on a base hit to center field.
Best pitch, kid. Come on now. Get your ground ball. There you go.
Just misses inside. That'll put Miner on with a walk. And that will do it for me. I'm going to pass it over. Evan Nemec will take you through until Pete Nielsen shows up. With a win, the Marauders will
no
move
outs.
on to Game 3. If they don't
Batter's
get
a
the victory,
designated hitter, number 25,
then the
Bryce
season is
Verplank.
over, but I'll be with them in spirit. Here's Evan Nemec.
Cookie tat.
Thank you, Doug. No outs right here in the top of the 7th inning. Verplank with a 2-hopper out into left field. Runner will stop at third, and now the bases are loaded for the Marauders in the top of the 7th inning. 13-8 the score. Marcus leads
Now
the Iron
batting, first
Wildcats.
baseman, number 28, Patrick Kometz.
Patrick Kometz, the first baseman, up. He's walked twice so far, had a single in the 6th inning. Game 2 of this series last night. Geyer defeated Marcus 4-2. Take the series lead in a best-of-3 set by district round of the Class 6A playoffs. Glowinky on third, Miner on second, Verplank on first. This pitch out into left field. Left fielder dropped in. Others couldn't get too much of a beat on it, but 2 runs scored for the Marauders. Lincoln comes in from third. Minor races in from second. And it's now 15-8. Marcus Marauder lead on top of Des Geyer.
Now batting left fielder number 5, Jack Dignam.
By Patrick Clements. Brings in 2 runs for Marcus. Jack Dignam, the lefty, now up to the plate for the Marauders. He struck out swinging his last time up. That was in the 6th inning. Tackman on the bump for Geyer. Here comes Dignam into the gap in right center. This one off the top of the wall. Coming around the score. For Marcus, 1-run scores. Here comes the second. Throw in too high. Now Dignam is caught between second and third.
2, 5.
Dignam racing third. He's tagged out.
4.
That is just the first out of the inning. 2 more runs scored.
Double.
For Flower Mound Marcus, a double, and then Dignam is caught down trying to advance over to third base. Comets Verplank score on the play for Marcus. And that is the first out.
Now batting right fielder number 20,
top of
Alex
the 7th.
Albright.
Bases are now cleared of Marauders. (17-8), the new score. Marcus on top of the 7th. Denton Geyer came back and tied the ball game up in the 4th, 8-8. But since then, Marcus has been able to play 4 runs in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and 4 in this top of the 7th inning. Dawson Shelbourne, he walks to first base. He'll get pinch run for.
Are we? Top 7. Score 17-8. One count.
There you go, kid.
Swings through the 1-1. The count goes to 1-2. 17-8 is our score. Marcus ahead of Geyer, top of the 7th inning. Marcus 17 runs on 15 hits. Geyer 8 runs on 10 hits.
That's one out. So
Hear the wind in our crowd mic really picking up.
Walk.
2-2 to count. Well back. Pete Nielsen stepping in for Doug Branch, who had to make the quick exit. Line drive right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. The inning continues. Hit number 16 for Marcus. Here goes Matt Bernstein to the plate. Before that, we're going to have a visit to the mound. And that'll be it. And this one, not like the first game. The first game, very, very close. And this one's turned into a slugfest, so to speak. At this point, if you're Geyer, just trying to get out of this inning and get to the next game before burning any more pitchers. I mean, Nick Thames. Thames making his second appearance of the season. That's how deep they've gone into the Geyer bullpen. He's faced one batter and he walked them. So, welcome to the playoffs, Nick Thames. And it won't be easy when Matt Bernstein stepping to the plate for the Marauders. If I can read Doug's handwriting, Bernstein, first inning, got on the fielder's choice, singled in the second. Looks like he hit a 3-run bomb in the third and the fifth inning, and then walked in the sixth. How close am I? Big shout out to our camera guy for stepping in. Well, we had the line change. Never thought this game would go this long.
Now pitching
I was
for your
over in
Wildcats.
Grand Prairie.
Number
watching
4, Nick Tim.
Working the Flower Mound Keller Timber Creek game. And the urgent call come. K and Pete, get on the tollway quick. As quick as I could, here I am. Jaguars ended up winning 6-1 today, so they will go on. Bernstein hits it right on the line, right to the third baseman. Nice play. He's going to try to turn 2.
Got it!
And he does. What a fine play by the third baseman for the Wildcats.
Job right.
That'll be the end of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Marcus 17, Geyer 8. You're listening to Marcus Baseball on Champion Sports Radio. Holy smokes, what a weekend. You guys want the second game too? Or next game?
Leading off the Wildcats, shortstop, number 14, Aaron Sutter.
Bottom half of the seventh here at the ballpark at Plano West. Aaron Stetter steps in to the plate for Geyer. They trail 17-8. Ground ball, second base. First, Mets for the first out of the inning. Folks, stay tuned as
Now batting
game
the
3 of the series
designated
will
hitter,
follow in
number 8,
approximately
Lucas Anderson.
as fast as they can get it going with the weather that's coming. About 15 minutes, I would say, and as long as it takes the umpires to change and get where they need to be. Designated hit Lucas Anderson to the plate now. 0-for-3 on the night or afternoon. Ground ball short. Step, throw, 2 out. Lewicki, the shortstop, made that one look easy. 2 out now here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. Geyer
Now
down to
batting
their
for
last out.
Wildcats, number 17, Blake Stewart.
Hear that wind blowing in our crowd, Mike. And so far, so good with the impending weather. Line by the Venter, and that's going to be it. This one mercifully comes to an end. Final score, Geyer falls to Marcus 17-8. Series
We'll
is
play
tied
game
now
3
at 1.
within about 30 minutes.
Next game will start in about 30 minutes. We'll have a short pregame show as soon as we can. And for now, we'll be back in a half hour. Thanks for listening to Marcus Baseball.